everybody, how are you all doing on this fabulous Wednesday? I hope you've had a good week so far. I am indeed alive. Oh look, a giraffe, how unexpected that may be. How are you, by the way, giraffe? I hope you're having a good week. Hope you're doing well. I am alive, currently, but how long will that last? Because we are doing our Rimworld Wandering Nomads challenge, and so far, it has been very interesting. I've been enjoying it quite a lot. For anyone who wants to catch up on the earlier installments, if you will, of this Odyssey, they're over on the VOD channel, and I'm uploading streams on Saturday, Sunday, so on the weekend. There's a 24-hour exclusivity for VODs on Twitch, and also YouTube just doesn't play nice sometimes. So I've just decided, you know what? They go up on Saturday for Rimworld and Sunday for Valheim. That's the plan going forward. So if you want to catch the VODs, they're over there. But let's just keep working on this VOD, shall we? I'm going to go ahead and mute the OST because we have the OST. Alright, so let's go ahead and load on the camel riders on the road. And on the road we are. So we have left our colony behind. We are colonyless. We have no home. And we're just a wander in the world. And I've been enjoying it so far. So I think did we found a colony here, or did we just create a camp? So we made a camp here. So that's what it looks like when we make a camp. It's a little campfire kind of symbol. And the last camp we made was this guy over here. That ended up being an entire city, full of things that wanted to kill us. We left shortly after. And then this is our beginning settlement. So we've traveled over here, not very far in the grand scheme of things. We've gone just like that. Not the largest Odyssey in the world, hardly worth writing a book about. But the end goal is to keep on going. And keep on going. And keep going. All the way to the other side of the planet, to this landed ship. And use it to get off-world. That's the goal. We may at some point end up obtaining a grav ship, but our colonists right now don't even understand how a light bulb operates. So grav ship is a little ways away. Also, even when we do understand things like electricity, grav tech is not really our first goal. I think really our first goal is this, the packaged survival meal. A meal that we can make that will last for all eternity. Or at least as long as we keep remembering to not leave it out in the rain. So yeah, that's the goal here. So now that we are in another camp, there are a few benefits to having a camp. The first benefit is, can I jump to my people on the world? Jump to camp, here we go. So the first benefit is here. This terrain, or I thought it had like an extra thing. This didn't have an extra thing? I thought I had an extra thing. Features marshy. I could have swore there was like, oh, there's some heal root or something. Oh, wasn't there? Yeah, smoke leaf, wasn't it? It's the next one. I missed it by a tile. How cut stone? Yeah. How read map? That's the other problem that we have as a colony, as a people. How read? Alright, so we meant to go here. We ended up here. We're committed now. I'm just going to stay in this little camp for, I think we get 3 or 4 days. And this camp seems to have nowhere to live, really. Are there any components on the map? I'm kind of curious. Do we have any compacted? No. There's no compacted steel. No compacted machinery. That is surprising. Okay. So what do we have as a colony? Let's just go to the map. If I were to reform the Caravan. Actually, no. There we go. We have our bedrolls, obviously. We have a whole load of stuff, including stools, a table, very important, Research bench, fuel stove, all the necessities really. The chunks are on the map. That's not us. Money, that's good. Clothes to sell, flak jackets for defense. And that's about it, really. Okay, so we don't have much in the way of anything, as it turns out. This does allow us to get some more chem fuel out of Dutch, which is always good. Obviously, we have all of our animals. We have Cola, Dorian, Ram 1, Penelope, Chocolata, Kim, and Dutch. And that's about that. Everyone's asleep. Please stop doing that. So I think what we need to do is get a little barracks going. This seems like the best place for it. It's also where the fertile soil is. So let's just put the crew over here. Let's get a miscellaneous caravan spot right there. Hitch everybody up. Let's get a grow zone figured out. So this is something we're going to have to get good at as a people, is just kind of getting some plants down day one. World makes brain hurt. It really does, both in this game and in real life. So if we can get a little grove of something going, what could we grow really quick? What grows really fast? I guess it is just rice, huh? Rice just doesn't last that long. 3 days? I think we have like 3 days, and I think 3 days is actually 7 days, because it's 7 full days of growing, and it doesn't grow overnight. So let's see if we can get a harvest of rice out of a camp. Let's use this as a test. Let's see what we can do with that. The next thing we're going to do is turn this overlay off. Apologies. We're going to chop some wood right here, and then we will go ahead and set up the beds. Who has the beds? You do. This is one problem with living on the road, is finding all of your shit. You have the stove. I didn't know we were carrying that ourselves. Got a stool there. We've got... You really don't have anything else. Although then again, you don't... I'm surprised you have any... You're carrying anything at all, because you don't haul. Lazy git. Right, there's the research bench. What do you have? Cola. There's another bedroll, and the tables and the stools. There's the rest of the bedrolls. Okay, we found them. Fantastic. Amazing. So here's what we're going to do. Oh, I can't mass install them, huh? There's a mod for that. There almost certainly is, but okay. Oh, we have a table in here already. Even better. Look at that. So let's just start roughly setting things up here. So let's do this. Let's get the stool. Let's claim that. Reinstall it right there. Let's go ahead and get the stool. We're going to have a research bench in the corner. There's always a mod for that. There really is. There's one thing I've learned, is that someone somewhere has made that mod already. This stele is increasing the beauty by 15, but frankly, I'd rather it just not exist. All right, let's go for structure. Let's get... Can somebody drop the words? All right, who has wood? Who has wood on them, and can they please put it on the floor so our colony recognizes its existence? How's that? There we go. Structure. Wood. Let's just close this in, like that. We'll get more than enough wood from chopping down these trees. Let's move that urn inside. Get the beauty bonus from it. We could even have a sleeping area over here and a living area over here. Or we could turn this into like a laboratory. That steel wall kind of worries me. No, there's no way that's an ancient danger or anything like that. They're not shaped like that, are they? I'm just trying to get everything set up initially so that we have kind of a... let's get as much heal root as we can. That's good selling. And Let's go. Let's go. Guys, I really don't want you sleeping on the floor. If you could please not do that. Yeah, let's turn this into the sleeping quarters over here. Put that over there. They'll technically be sleeping outside. I didn't think about that when I had them settle, that it's technically nighttime, so they'll just all be asleep. Let's go to schedule and let's do... No, I don't want to have to change that on everyone. We'll just manually force them to do stuff for a little while. That's fine. And I want this like that. Okay. We don't need that door, but we do want this like that. And Bartlett, you can focus working on that. Vulture, you can work on that one. Let's also go ahead and get this closed in. So it's an actual room. And that's probably good. Let's get everyone moving. I don't want anyone sleeping outside, if we can avoid it. Hey, okayist. Cheers to you, my friend. How are you? Oh, good. A dry thunderstorm just as we move into the area. Fantastic. What more could I ask for? Are you kidding me? I bloody knew it too. I knew it. Guys. Guys. Extinguish the fire. Stop our ship from burning. Alright, thank you. Good lord. Yeah, you rope our shit. Alright. Work on that. Who dropped the penoxycycline? Ah, I knew that would happen. I was staring where our stuff was, and I was like, it's gonna strike right next to all of my animals and items, isn't it? Well, that... Oh, okay. It's only the awful leather bedroll. I guess I can live with that. Polar fact, I went to the dentist today, and it was not that bad. It went okay. Oh, hold on. Game PC's muted for some reason. There we go. Monkey, come on. Stop being foolish. Do we have another bedroll somewhere? I'd rather not use the awful one. If we can avoid it. And then let's install that one there too. Rich man went to the dentist? That's an oxymoron. Yeah. Well, I figured I probably should one of these days. Monkey see, monkey do. In this case, monkey sleep. Yeah, it does seem like... Monkey, come on now. There's literally a bed you could be sleeping in. Go... Actually... Oh, is it raining? Okay, finally the rain has kicked in. Right? I'm not insane that I see... Yeah, no, I see rain. We're good. Dutch is fine. Yeah, Dutch is good. Eat the berries. Don't just... Oh my god. Work on the bed. Yeah, arriving in the middle of the night, worst thing I could have possibly done. Everyone's sleeping outside, so everyone's going to be pissed. Everyone has initial hope, which is kind of funny. Just because we founded a camp. That's neat. Alright, could we build like a roof over this? Because like we could easily have a roof over this already. Build the roof. There we go. Jesus. Why is all of this out here? Okay, why does all of our food get just dropped off? What's that about? Alright, so I guess we'll have a stockpile zone right here. This stockpile zone will be for food. Just any foods, really? Anything else is just randomly on the floor that's going to decay? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, chop the tree down. Build the roof. Please. Oh, so let's expand that zone a bit to the corner. So that none of our potatoes rot. Does that sound like a great idea for everybody? It really does, doesn't it? I think it does. I think it's bloody genius, actually. Alright. Now they can stop deteriorating health-wise, and just deteriorate by rotting. I can live with that. So we're going to build a copy, and we're going to build a copy, and then we're just going to deconstruct these walls, because they're superfluous. Build a copy there. And that should be enough. How much wood do we have left? Alright, so we still have over 150, that's great. We could get a second boomerlope. That's not a bad idea. More chem fuel for us, right? Speaking of, there's chem fuel out in the wilderness, just getting rained on. So we're going to do this. Let's create a little dumping stockpile outside. Let's go ahead and give them the order to hold those. Yeah, so you're eating berries, that's great. Keep eating them so that they don't go off. Get the grow zone ready, put some rice down. Bartlett is thinking about electricity, you love to see that. Giles fact? I don't really have a Giles fact for you. Because there is no Giles in this colony. Giles of Valheim fame is definitely going to learn how boars operate, though. Actually, let's harvest more berries, too. We might be able to subsist entirely off of berries. We want Giles. Give us Giles. Giles may return in Infinity War 2. That should be enough for that wall, as long as she doesn't fail it. She didn't. Look at that. Alright, so we don't need that. Giles is taking a long nap with the 4 fingers he has left. He is, yeah. He's rest. And then the 9th day, Giles rests. Why? Why? Unsightly environment. Oh, because of all the shit in here? Okay. So, mitigating everyone's mood's going to be a problem, turns out. Oh, we could turn this into a storeroom. We could turn this into a storeroom down here. Let's go ahead and do that. Structure, wood. And let's do that as well, actually. And then we can cancel these guys. And so I really don't need Bartlett insulting everyone. I would rather not have to arrest him, but okay. Lose ownerships of their beds. Alright, new plan. This is now a prison room. Furniture, sleeping spot for prisoners. Can I try this? Can you arrest Bartlett? 60% chance. So what about you? You're large. There we go. Arrest him. Immediately. Please tell me you're not on the other side of the map. Alright, we have 3 days. Okay, so I don't know if that's long enough to actually grow anything. Hey, Dutch. Bonsoir, mon ami. How are you? Hope you're doing well. There you are, by the way, in the colony. We got a boomerlope last week and named them in your honor. Let's go ahead and arrest Bartlett so that he does not screw shit up, making everyone angry. Arrest him. Thank you. Alright, prisoner. Release. Release. Alright, don't do that again, jackass. Alright, so a raid is arriving in 3 days, which is long enough. Pick up your shit, by the way. Considering that includes a good chunk of pemmican. This Boomerlope. Boomerlope wandered in and joined us, and therefore, you are this Boomerlope. You've provided us with a good amount of chem fuel, though we do intend to sell. Alright, so what is your problem, by the way? Ravenously hungry. Okay, eat some berries? Oh. I assume there are a few people who are a little peckish, considering. There we go. Everyone's going on an insulting spree right now. What the fuck? Alright. Jesus, man. Prisoner, release. Release. Alright, so I think what we just need to do here is we might just need to found a colony for a bit and stabilize everyone, which we were planning on doing anyway in this area, in this region. We just wanted to do we just wanted to get a little more research done first and hopefully get Smokeleaf, but I missed this. I went here, Smokeleaf is there, so you know what you're gonna do. We might dip into that region and a Bartlett. Equip the revolver so that it doesn't like become absolute garbage. Thank you. A Boomerlope is an antelope or type creature. Engineered for chemicals production, the Boomerlope grows a large sack of volatile chemicals on its back. Though it's weak and fragile for its size, other animals have learned to avoid it because of the explosion it produces when it dies. It can be milked to produce chem fuel. Very carefully. That is a Boomerlope. That, and for the longest time I thought this was the only way to get chem fuel. I didn't know that you could get a I didn't know that you could research a way to turn wood into chem fuel. So as far as I was aware, this was the only way to do it. Because during this playthrough I realized, no, you can actually just like make trees. So here's what I'm going to do. Anything over here, cancel it. Anything over here, cancel it. Anything over here, cancel it. Alright. We're making our storage facility. Yeah, it's a bomb. It's a bomb that you live with. And if it ever gets injured ever, very bad news. How big is the explosion? So it's not like nuclear big. It's not like if you get... If Dutch becomes angry, a 50-mile radius is just erased from the planet. It's like a regular explosion in Rimworld. So like, is it 5x5? I was gonna say like 3x3, like this size. 5x5 makes sense. So that would be. Let's do. Where's the planning thing? Here we go. So Dutch, if you ever get angry, that happens. Little 5x5 explosion centered on you. Alright, Humps, what's the problem? Stop sowing the rice plant. Yeah, why are you... Oh, fuck. Stop with the... Everybody eat. If anyone needs to eat berries, eat them. My god. Alright, everyone's doing better now that they're eating. That helps, I found. We're getting some more woods. We did use a good chunk to build all of this. Please build the storeroom. I need it, like, immediately. Chop that. Destroy that. Good enough. I'm gonna head out now. Have a good stream. It was a pleasure to see you, mate. I'm glad that you're doing alright. Classes are very stressful, but just keep on keeping on. You got this. Just don't put your pen next to the mortars. Yeah, exactly. As tempting as that may be, yeah, don't do that. Because, like, yeah, you can turn your chem fuel into mortars, but don't store them next to each other. Don't do that. Speak from experience? Oh no. Alright, so let's get some light in here. I think my colonists are losing their minds from the darkness. God, lock up the darkness. Alright, keep going. Keep moving all that shit over. Also, where's the stove? There it is. And another torch lamp in there. And let's get... Do we have a spare stool anywhere? I don't think we do. Alright, you know what? Pick up the herbal medicine. If you're not going to haul it, at least hold on to it. This is a little cheaty, because he's technically not hauling. Technically. Well, what the hell's the problem now? Awful barracks, was imprisoned. Well, maybe you shouldn't have gotten all salty about it. Cannot construct, not assigned to constructing, that's fine. Yeah, we really do just need to kind of get into like a colony, like an actual colony, and just settle everybody down for a bit. Because otherwise, their mood is just going to keep tanking. We need a bit of stability in this base, in our lives, and we're just not getting that currently. I don't think anyone has a stool on them, as far as I can see. So we are stoolless. We are stoolless. Okay. We can make one, right? Do we have any more bricks? We do not. Oh no, we do. There we go. Perfect. What about wildlife? Is there anything to hunt here? We could maybe hunt a... Because I do want to turn some of these potatoes into pemmican, if we can. So let's go ahead and hunt a... Got a few more bucks than does, so let's hunt a couple of bucks. Hey Sam, do you want to, like, put the stool down first, and then clean the kitchen? Wait, you didn't refuel that with chem fuel, did you? No, okay, good. They just moved the chem fuel. That's fine. Because I was going to say, the Giles run... Also, don't slaughter the boomalopes unless it's raining. Ah, yes. I don't think we will be farming boomalopes. Who has a major break rate? Yeah, everyone's pretty sad. I wish it would stop raining. Everyone's insulting each other too. I don't know why everybody is sad and angry at each other. Oh, so Bartlett has an annoying voice. Yeah, that's probably causing a lot of our problems. Everyone's just insulting everybody. Why are we taking a bath? Hold on. They're going swimming in shallow water. That's the saddest thing I think I've ever seen. That's fucking amazing. Oh god. Yeah, just go swimming in shallow water. Do we try and get a second boomalope? Do they have a chance of attacking if we fail to tame them? They do, so no. No, we don't do that. Anything else we could maybe tame? I love how swans have a 5% chance to attack you. That feels very accurate. Then again, maybe that should be like 95. Instead, they kind of inverted it a little bit. Everyone's sleeping in the awful barracks. One day they'll get over it. Yeah, we need some time to kind of stabilize everyone as a colony. Humps is just sad all the time. Recovering, though. Only 5, more like 105. Very true. Wait, do we not have a butcher's table? I think that's fine. I don't think we need a butcher's table, to be honest. I just can't remember if we had one on us or not. I don't think we did. Does a butcher's table require steel? Just wood, huh? Okay, well then let's just build it. And we can then butcher these guys. We have basically 1 day left here, and then we're going to leave before the robots arrive. It is the mech hive, right? Enemies has been attracted to the following sites and will start arriving in force soon. Fair enough. Let's just make sure that we have Butcher Creature forever. And the rest should take care of itself. Also, let's go ahead and create a little stockpile zone in here, call it clear all, and call it food and simple meal. Yep. Everyone should just be eating simple meals if they have the opportunity to. We've basically gone through all the berries, so none of them have will go off, so that's great to see. Bartlett is still reading about electricity. We're cooking with the berries too. Perfect. Fantastic even. Sam is butchering. That should immediately be made into pemmican. Alright, good. They wander in Manhunter. That wouldn't surprise me. So Monkey, Humps, and Vulture have nothing to do. What can they do? Let's get some berries harvested. Berries are great for the road. And what else can we do here? There isn't really anything else to obtain. I mean, like, we could get some slate. I don't know what we're going to do with that. There's no steel to mine. There's one thing I'm noticing about these areas. There's not much in the way of creatures either. Yeah, let's just get as much heal root and as much berries as we can. Now that we have a place for them, I think that makes sense. Alright, Sam's wandering around the map to get enough berries. Not ideal. You've berries right behind you, Sam. 38 berries. Okay. Not ideal. Oh my god. Just get the berries. Put them on. Someone else can get them from the other side of the planet. You just make the things. Alright. We have enough simple meals at least. Okay. Harness the power of electricity for 100 different tasks. Alright, so we now have the capacity to electrocute ourselves. Good. We needed that. I think we immediately start on nutrient paste. And Bartlett, if you were thinking about doing anything else, you weren't. Good. Smart man. Turn everything into pemmican. We really do just have, like, so much pemmican. And we're at roughly about 150 wood. So that actually worked out. So we came in here with 150 wood. We made a bunch of shit. We're about to leave with 150 wood. So 150 does seem to be a good... We can patch up like an old ruin. We can make a little storehouse. And then we can chop down enough trees to replace that fairly easily. It doesn't seem like growing is a thing we can do in these camps, though. There's just not enough time. Speaking of, uninstall, 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 uninstall everything. Time to pick up camp. Like, you really don't have that long. Long enough to stabilize people's health and moods a little bit, actually, turns out. Bartlett is doing a little better now than before. We have understood the capacity of electricity. We now have access to power. We can do wood-fired generators, which is probably all we're ever going to do, considering... How much does this weigh? Random question, I know. Okay, it doesn't matter how much it weighs because you actually just can't pick it up. Fair enough. What's the max power output of a wind turbine? 2300, but it is entirely dependent on, well, wind. Okay. When we settle in a new area, though, we should get components, because we don't get components in these smaller areas, but I think we do elsewhere. Alright, 14 hours. We're deconstructing everything, right? We're uninstalling everything. We really don't have all that much time. We've got the bedrolls up. That's table we're not taking. And... how long we got left? 13 hours? Okay, we have enough time. We should be okay. Alright, I think we're good. All our animals should have grazed. They should have full food or close to it. Pretty good, yep, pretty good. Fantastic. Yep. All right. In that case, I think... Oh, we didn't use a buck. Damn it. There's not much... How did a bunny rabbit get into our storeroom? All right, no, we need to leave. Things are getting out of control. It's time to go. Go to the world map and reform the caravan. So I think next what we're going to do... Let's take a brief gander. So we can trade with the Comics Goaben tree, the Bala Confederation. Their enemies, Friendship's Creek, ironically, are enemies. Bara we can trade with. So here's what I'm thinking. We walk up here. Now that we've restocked our pemmican, we talk to them. We also got some berries too. We trade whatever extras we can. Then we kind of head through the Wise Heel Mountains. And I'm thinking we go somewhere... Could go to there, increased plant life in mountains. Is there any interesting tile over here? Mega Sloth habitat. I wouldn't mind having a Mega Sloth. Huge river, large river. I wonder what a huge river looks like. Fertile. Okay, maybe we go here then. And I wish I could like mark it and as a point of interest, you know? So let's go to the caravan, reform the caravan. We'll go here and then I think it was there. So we will be taking the road, so we won't be going through the mountains. We'll be going around and then upriver, looks like. I can live with that. There'll be animals can graze, so we don't have to worry about them. I think that's good. So, want to take everybody, want to take everything. Take all of this. All the pemmican, we want all the pemmican. All the bedrolls, although I am thinking of dropping this one off since it's basically... a little singed. It was just ever so slightly singed. We have some agave. I think that's worth a nice amount. We could just sell that. Raw agave fruit. I don't think there's anything special we can do with agave. Do we care about taking 2 venison? No. I don't think so. The hay we want, the pemmican we want. We've gotten lucky we haven't needed hay yet. That we've been going through a very fertile area of the world. Our animals can just... graze pretty much to their heart's content. All the chem fuel, we're probably just going to sell it. We have a renewable resource in Dutch, so I think that's fine. We'll take the stool. Oh, I didn't even put out the hoopstone ring for recreation, but that's fine. They got to swim. That's fun. We'll take the stool. Obviously, we're not going to take the butcher's table. We'll take the research table and the fueled stove. Obviously, we'll take all the knives. We'll take 150 wood again. I think that's a good number. Don't care about the urn or any of that. So we could actually take the second table. Maybe we do that. Let's take the butcher's table as well. Because we could just sell the butcher's table, actually. If we just sell the butcher's table, that's 100 silver right there. That's not a bad idea. It's just 90 wood. What's wood worth? Where's wood? Wood is worth 120 per block. This is 95 wood. It's roughly the same. Just take the table then. The stove is steel, and the research bench contains steel, so those we won't sell. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. We don't care about a couple of blocks. They're not worth enough to carry, I don't think. Let's take all the wool and the fur. We have a good amount of wool. If we could turn some of it into tribal wear, we could be looking good. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll head up there and trade. Let's send them. I like that they instantly reform instead of having to do the rigmarole of picking everything up. That's kind of nice. So yeah, we'll head up to visit Komshi Goben Tree. We'll take the freeway down, or the asphalt road, southeast. Yep, southeast. Thank you, brain. And then we'll head here to that fertile tile. Ah, here it is. It's this one right there. Nestled in the mountains. I think that sounds like a good plan. Because then we can head north to Bara to trade, and Blue Pesa. And from there, it really is just a matter of, well, kind of heading over to the Rotebium Forest. But I do think we want to settle. I think our colony needs some time to kind of get back to some level of neutral, maybe not hate each other anymore. Because let's be honest, like, you know, we've all been there. We've all been in the back of the family car on a road trip, going on holiday, and you've got an hour, 90 minutes maximum before everyone in the car hates everyone else in the car. And these guys can't even play their Game Boy Color. Berries are a dangerous food type? Since when? They're berries. Do I need to change everyone's, like, eating then? I'm actually surprised. Hold on. Gear. Where are berries? Oh, these are... Actually, are there any equipable items we want to swap around? Vulture, you have a bow. We could give you a revolver. We have a few revolvers now. Maybe we do. I feel like everyone on a revolver is pretty good. Is a recurve bow better than a revolver? Hold on, let's just do a little bit. They're all sleeping anyway, or they're about to be. I guess it pauses anyway while I'm doing this. Let's see. Recurve bow. Okay, cooldown is like 1.6. Accuracy in the 70s. And then if we look at a revolver that isn't shot to shit, accuracy is lower. Cooldown is faster. Aiming time, I think, is much faster, right? Than a recurve bow? Yeah, aiming time is much quicker. 4.5 on the recurve, and then on the revolver, it's 4.05. So it's actually more damaging to have... You know what? We'll just stick with the recurve then. Sorry. That was largely pointless, but it's worth keeping that kind of stuff in mind. Yeah, everyone's asleep now. They're foraging berries and they got sick from them. That's kind of annoying. I wish there was some way I could look at... Everyone's on the so many berries plan, which I think is just, what, berries and simple meals? Yeah. If we have simple meals, eat those. Otherwise, you're eating berries. I think that works. We have 2 days of food just off of berries because of how temperate this forest area is. So far, so decent. So yeah, I think once we get to this fertile patch of land, we're going to be able to kind of restock our food. We're getting a little low as far as things like potatoes go. Like, we have a good chunk of pemmican. We haven't had... Oh, here we go. Here's the items. So I want to look at berries. So berries. Food poison chance 2%. Isn't that only slightly better than... No, it's exactly the same as eating potatoes. Then why are we eating berries at all? Yeah, whatever. 2% is fine. But yeah, I think the plan is we get to this fertile region, we restock on food. If you had to drive while it's dark out, you were screwed. Oh yeah, I remember back in the day, I used to have the, you know, all the little additions that you could attach to your Game Boy Color? I had the big purple, I had a purple see-through Game Boy, I still have it actually. And I had the little clip that went on the top and then it folded down and there was like a magnifying glass. And then around the magnifying glass, there were lights. So I was basically like, it was you could cobble together your own like Switch almost with how big the magnifying glass. It distorted it quite a lot, but it made it so large. And the lights were so good. It was so fucking cool playing with that. And I absolutely never used it to stay up until like 1 a.m. in the morning playing Pokemon Yellow. I did not do that, and anyone who tells you I did is a liar. I was very responsible. Alright, okay, so let's go ahead and trade. So they have a dog. Immediately I want to buy it, but that's probably not smart. Alright, so alpacas weirdly cannot be rideable, even though I'm pretty sure people have ridden around on the backs of alpacas before. And if you tell me they haven't, I just simply don't believe you. They are pack animals, though. Okay, so we could get a couple more pack animals, and I'm genuinely very tempted. Because I mean, look at this right now. We're getting quite close to maximum capacity, but a couple of pack animals, and we're suddenly right back up there. The only thing that's stopping me is that We can ride camels, which makes us get across the planet quicker. Hiding under the covers? No. I have no idea what you're talking about. They allow us to cross the planet quicker, whereas these guys would just provide carry capacity. How much carry capacity though? No, that's how much they weigh. They weigh 60. How much can they carry then? Pack animal? Where this animal is appropriate to use to carry items in a caravan over long distances. Okay. It doesn't really tell me. Does it tell me about my camels? Multiply for missing body parts, gear, and inventory. Oh no, we've got 20 kilos on top of Dorian. Yeah, it doesn't really say. Slept in a bunk bed. My little bro had the top, and our beds were laid out with the bottom 90 degrees offset from the top. A little bunker where my head was. Oh, that's funny. Used to hang blankets up to block out his nightlight, aka hide the fact that I was on my Game Boy. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, it doesn't say how much carry capacity they provide. Just that they can provide it, I think. So, I mean, what is that? That's 800? It's more than we have. Let's see what we can sell, right? Let's see what we can sell. So we can sell... I think agave fruit doesn't last very long anyway. We can sell the berries that are probably going off pretty soon. We can buy components. I think that's something we're going to want to do. They don't weigh too much, do they? 0.6? Okay. I think we're going to buy components whenever we see them, to be honest. Alpacas carry 35. That's it. I feel like the camels are a lot more than that. Dromedaries carry 70. Okay, so yeah. Probably don't want to buy the alpaca then. I think we just want to get like a proper caravan animal. Sentience catalyst. Permanently increasing their trainability and reducing their wildness? What? You can just make any animal trainable? Oh, that's something I'm thinking of doing. Okay, I think we buy books. Books are insane. They're really, really useful for keeping people occupied and happy. And we want to do that. Alright, get rid of the knives. That we made them for a reason. I mean, look at that. That's 30 quid. That's steel that we weren't going to bring with us anyway. That's not bad. That's something. It also is training their crafting capacity too. Get rid of these terrible pistols and revolvers. Get rid of these short bows. What else are we getting rid of? Get rid of these revolvers as well. Get rid of this awful tribal wear that we made. Sorry, it was our first time. It ups their trading level by 1. That's impressive. So it takes like an intermediate to advanced, basically. That's pretty damn good. I really want to, but I'm not going to. I mean, I could... we could buy it and just like make the dromedaries trainable, right? So that they can start hauling stuff. Oh wait. Well, no, because they're a pen animal, right? Having them be trainable doesn't really do anything for you. Really, you'd want it to be like a dog or something. I can't believe sentience catalyst. That's kind of crazy. I think we're gonna keep penoxycycline on us. I was thinking of selling it initially, but honestly, having something that just shuts down infections is worth it. Alright, so here's the main bulk of our value right now, is in this herbal medicine. So let's sell half of it. Wait, let's sell half of it. Okay, now we're making a profit. That's what we Ferengi like to see. Let's see, what else we got going on here? Keep the plain leather t-shirt. I'm tempted to sell this parka because it's effectively used up anyway. And I think that's probably good. Like, let's be real. We're subsisting on tribal wear alone at this point, at least for the time being. Anything else we want to sell? I don't think so. I think we're good. We can keep the blue fur, keep the plain leather and the light leather, because what we can try to do is make better bedrolls, because then people will be more comfortable. You can't teach a rat to haul, but you could teach a camel. Oh, if an animal doesn't normally haul, you can up it to learn to haul, but it's based on their body mass. So what they can carry is based on their size. That makes sense. I'm still upset about it, but it makes sense. I'll have to concede that. How much is 500 pemmican worth? A lot. We're going to zero that out. I was just curious what it would be like to sell pemmican and or buy pemmican, right? That's what I was thinking there. Alright, let's just accept this. We're making a bit of change. We still have a good chunk of herbal medicine on us. We're getting some reading material. We're getting rid of a lot of bulk. And we're also getting components. Do we sell the berries too? We might. Maybe we sell the berries and the agave. Just switch to eating pemmican. Let's sell the agave because we're not going to be eating that and it's just going to go off. The berries we'll eat. Alright, we traded. So now, where's the tile? It's right here, isn't it? Yeah. Get going. I'm planning to try, like, the goal right now is to try to get, to, like, ally with the Bala Confederation just by trading with every single settlement they own. But they're the only nice people around. Like, Lausa, they're pretty lousy. Frickin' Friendship's Creek, tell me another one. You know, like, there's just not many nice people on this planet, it turns out. Caravan, demand by Western Menominera. Hump's caravan has been ambushed by 2 outlanders. They will attack unless you give them the book we just bought, some shirts, and our penoxysilene. Get fought. There's 5 of us, mate. They have a what? And they're wearing... Okay, so they're not actually wearing... I thought for sure they were wearing like fucking flak vests and shit. Elephants are the best pack animals, but horses are meta. 84 carry weight, fastest move speed. Yeah, horses would be awesome. Honestly, I'd be happy. I wish we had a breeding pair of camels. I really do. Alright, it's just a fucking turkey here. Alright, so what are we doing? Really don't want Dutch to get shot. Who's good at shoot? Like, I actually forget who's good at shoot. It's not Humps. So, Monkey, Sam, and Bartlett. Where's the damn flak jacket? Alright, so that's the flak jacket. Sam. Equip it. Force target to wear... Oh, so you can force a prisoner to wear something. Oh, good. That's actually... You just have to be drafted first. Alright, that's nice. I like that. So you equip that. Where's the other flak jacket? Someone else is going to have it, right? We have 2. No. There it is. And who's the other good shooter? I'm pretty sure it's... Yeah, it's Monkey and Bartlett. Alright, so Monkey, go ahead and wear that. Bartlett, Humps. Actually, Humps, you're not fighting. Let's get the... Let's get a caravan hitching spot over here, and you can just focus on roping everybody. Actually, rope Dutch first, because he's the flammable one. Alright, and then Bartlett, you're going to move south. Monkey, or Vulture actually, you're going to move south and just get ready to intercept. Alright, Sam has got flak jacket equipped. Fantastic. Keep us on 1 speed, please. I'm scared of that heavy SMG. Alright, good shot. Don't let him get off too many shots, Vulture. Pull away. Pull away. Oh, many hits. Oh god, alright. How did they hit her so many times? Jesus, can we take out Glau? We've glanced them like 8 times. Just keep shooting for now. Alright. What do you have on you? Molotov cocktails? Alright, let's rescue Vulture. Do we have a... does anybody have a bed? You have a bed. Alright. Let's install that. Who's our medic? It's Vulture, isn't it? Of course it is. Yeah, of course it is. Of course the doctor's the one that gets shot a ton. Then again, I'm the one that put them there. Alright, so who can do medicine otherwise? Humps? Makes sense, you have asthma, so you know a bit more about medicine than the average Joe. Alright, so go ahead and do that. Humps, rope everybody. And... Alright, and then... No reachable, unreserved, non-prisoner bed in safe temperature. This isn't in safe temperature? Like, I don't really care about safe temperature. Stop shooting. Okay. Nearly shot Bartlett there. But that's okay. Let's get your gear off. You don't need the flak jacket. You don't need the flak jacket. Although I'm starting to think maybe you should just travel in it. Can we not rescue? Alright, new plan. Carrie. When's she dying? 6 hours? Alright. She has herbal medicine, so that's good. Humps is the slowest, which doesn't help. Alright. Alright, work. You are a doctor. Why can't I tend? Oh my god, alright. I don't know what is exactly going on here. Do I need to just set it for medical? Oh, it was auto-assigned to Humps for some reason. Alright, there we go. Feeling useless, man. Anything in here we want while you're tending to her? We have an ancient concrete barrier along the road. That's kind of cute. Not much else going on, really. Oh, let's go ahead and allow all of this. And load all of it onto the pack animal that matters. Load the pemmican, load the pemmican, load the pemmican. Load the potatoes, load that, load the flak jacket. SMG! Prisoners have to be in a room. Yeah, but Vulture's not a prisoner. Like, Vulture's my own individual, I just wanted to rescue them. I think it auto-assigned the bed to Humps, and that's why I couldn't rescue them for whatever reason. Alright, so you're going to equip the heavy SMG because it's going to help you level your shooting faster. Monkey's loading, Vulture's healing. Go ahead and load the revolver. Load the simple meals. Load the simple meals. Load the berries. Load the flak jacket. Load the blue fur. The Mega Sloth wool pants. It's a shame none of them actually stayed alive, because I was hoping to maybe get some gear to sell. But if it's tainted, no one will buy it. I don't know how they know it's tainted. Like, how do they know where I got it from? But apparently they figure it out pretty quick. There is a wolf here, which does scare me. It should have plenty of food, but I guarantee you it'll come after me for some reason. So we want to just patch up Vulture and be on the way if we can. Alright, death in 8 hours, but thankfully seems to be doing okay. Hey Sam, do you want to help? Instead of just like, you know, loafing around a bit? Do you have a bunch of herbal medicine on you? You do. Perfect. Go ahead and pick up the rest when you're done. Oh, no. Keep tending. That was supposed to be after. Alright, whatever. Oh, it's too heavy to pick up all of it. Alright. You know what I mean? I do in fact know what you mean. It's Wednesday, it's fine. It's allowed. Alright, Timberwolf, fuck off. There's plenty of food for you in this area of the map. Go eat it. Alright, we have nearly tended all of Vulture's many wounds. Hey Humps, how's your medicine coming along? You're level 5 off of this. That's good. That means you're getting better. I wish they would get the bedrolls off the camel to sleep in, you know? Like, I gotta hold your hand through this, huh? Especially when they're like holding bedrolls, then you're really taking the piss. The fuck? Why did they just drop all of that shit? Doesn't make any sense, man. Oh my god, alright. Load the hay, load the potatoes. And then as far as the bedrolls go, let's install the bedroll. I want people to be sleeping in a bedroll. Give me the bedroll. There it is. Instead of on the floor. Also, where is everyone? Sam's there, Humps is there, Vulture's in a bed, Bartlett's there, okay. Bedroll. Is there another bedroll? That's 4 out of... That's 5. That's all 5. We did it. We did it, Reddit. Monkey, work on the bedroll instead of sleeping in the pool of blood that Humps is trying to clean up. How's that sound? Honestly, pretty good 10s on all of these. Like, really good. Work on the bedroll. Bartlett, work on the bedroll. Sam, work on the fucking bedroll. Work on the bedroll. Bartlett, you're sleeping on top of Vulture. Do you think... Why is this one assigned to Vulture? So it seems to be saving their assignments, which is it's probably useful if I could ever remember whose is whose. Sadly, I have no way of knowing, so... Alright, we need to wait until Vulture can walk again. Actually, hopefully these dead people will provide sustenance for that fucking wolf while we're here. Let's give ourselves a little dumping zone to put those pricks in. Let's let everyone sleep a bit. Let's also, since we are kind of out in the wild, operations. Let's give them... Where's our penoxysilene? Who has it? Thank you. Administer penoxysilene. Humps, how are you? You need sleep. Alright. Do we have someone else who could just administer? Yeah, Bartlett can. Alright. Hey Bartlett, when you wake up, you're administering that to Vulture. Vulture's no longer capable of walking, look at that. Can she administer her own penoxysilene? I imagine not. Pick up all the herbal medicine. Actually, just pick up everything that you had to drop. If you wouldn't mind. Pick up those Molotov cocktails too. They sell. And then what we'll do is we'll reinstall this away from the Timberwolf. How's that sound? That sounds like a great idea. Me? Major break risk from Vulture. Yeah, that makes sense. Move your own bedroll then, since you're already on the way. And then Humps, go ahead and provide medical care, and then load that back onto the pack animal when you're done. Fantastic. Look at that shit. Alright, it seems like the pack animals are full, so can you pick up the wool instead? Amazing. That'll have to do. Somebody ate a good chunk of our hay instead of all of this grass. Can you pick that up too? Amazing. Alright, we've got some more chem fuel out of Dutch. Where's that Timberwolf? Looking for a wolf shape? He's over there. Okay, good. Let's get any heal root we can get. Any berries too? Since we're here, right? Like, let's make the most of it. Might as well. Let's put everybody on growing just a little. If you're doing nothing else, you might as well be growing and plant cutting. Sam, you can't do that, so you'll just wander, I guess, in the end. Alright. Quest of Fortune? No, I was really planning on doing that, I swear. I wonder if... Oh, actually, Vultures are crafts person, aren't they? I think they are. Crafting 3, crafting 3. Yeah, it's Vulture or Monkey. And I think we were training Vulture. Because of course we were. No, Vulture, I really need you to just, like, get better. Just sleep. So the only reason we're sticking around here is to get you back up to, like, ship shape. Oh, and could somebody grab that flak jacket before it deteriorates into nothing? That'd be nice. Pick it up. Fantastic. Alright. Insulting spree, Vulture. Final straw was intense pain. Alright, well. Let's uninstall these. Alright, we're hitting the road. How can you insult people when you're too busy walking? Alright. Reform the caravan. There we go. Extend it. Yes. Everybody. Everything. Everyone. All of the bedrolls, because obviously. Don't care about taking the dead people that tried to kill us. We don't care about their tainted outfits. Could take a steel table, but weighs a lot, not worth a lot. Anything else here? We got everything there. We got all the people and all the stuff. We're not leaving Vulture behind just because she's yelling at people. Great. Love to hear it. Oh, you can sort by worth. Ah, okay. I didn't even... this is the first time I have ever seen these buttons. They look like nothing. I just now discovered they exist. Fantastic. Alright, I think we're good. I think we have everything. I don't think we're missing anything. We have our book. That's probably the most important thing here. We don't care about taking chunks. These are all tainted outfits. That's something that we own. Good. I think we're good. Send it. Go. How can you insult people when you're too busy caravanning? Alright, so berries are still causing problems. And now, for some reason, we are unable to forage. We're foraging 90 berries a day. Is that not enough? Forage nutrition a day, 2.6. Okay, so let's just pause then. Social? Drug policies? Can we not assign food policies here? Okay, here we go. It's very buried, but we can get there. Alright, so what is Caravan? Again, let's just make sure. Caravan is anything and everything that we own. If it's here, you can eat it. Alright, you know what? Fantastic. Everybody gonna do this to swap between people? No? Alright. So we've done monkey. Let's go here. Caravan. Let's go here. And caravan. And let's go here. We're finally tucking into the pemmican we made 2 weeks ago. Maybe even longer than that. Alright, and is everybody on caravan now? I think so. So you're on caravan, you're on caravan, you're on caravan. Bartlett, you're a caravaneer. And Vulture, you also caravan. Alright, everyone's pissed and angry. Is it just because you have no food? Ate without table, slept in the cold, slept outside. You'll get over it. Serious pain, was imprisoned. Ate without a table, disturbed sleep. You'll get over it. Recreation starved. Well, that's kind of an issue. I don't really know what to do about that one. Oh yeah, because he spent all that time tending to Vulture. Don't you get recreation just from existing? Can we rest and give you recreation? Is that something we can do? Needs? Okay, he is getting recreation. A little bit. Caravan not moving, plus 10% per hour. Fantastic. So he does get recreation. Right? Okay, he does. I had it paused. I was like, nothing appears to be happening. Is the game bugged? Damn it, I'm out of tea. It's a sad day indeed. Alright, so we're going to get to this fertile patch of land. We're going to claim it as our own. And we're going to be there for 30 days. So, exclamation mark rules, by the way, just in case you were curious. But the goal of this entire challenge, we are a wandering tribe. We can only settle in a new region. So we started in Mount to Doom. There is no subtext to read into that at all. And we have now left Mount to Doom. So, technically this is all part of the Green Okapi Basin, it does appear to be, but this Mount to Doom area, any of this, like the Teen rainforest, the Gao grasslands, we cannot settle there. That's all part of Mount to Doom, at least that's how it looks on the map. We are now over here in the Wise Hill Mountains. We can settle here. We could have settled in the Albaveno ruins or the Rotabraban barrens, but we went past that and we're settling in the Wise Hill Mountains. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to settle here. And once we settle here, we have 30 days. We can only stay in a settlement for 30 days. And then we must depart. That's what we did over here in our first step. The first step settlement over here that we abandoned. Abandoned the 2nd of September, 5500. 16 days ago. We've been on the road for 2 weeks. That's the most British thing I've ever heard, and I used to work with the RAF. You clearly weren't working with the right British people then. Or maybe they just were a lot of British people that didn't drink that much tea. We call them British people. I was going to say traitors, but they're literally in the RAF. You're not allowed to say that. So Vulture's sad because of, I assume, pain. Hopefully she's healing. She does appear to be. She got quite banged up in that one. Freaking heavy SMG, but it's ours now. So when did you work with the RAF, Giraffe? That's kind of cool. I always had immense respect for the Royal Air Force. Obviously, I mean, I'm British. I have to. You know, it's just part of the genealogy. But I don't know. I've always loved like aircraft. I've always thought they're really cool. And then hearing about the RAF in World War World War II was just also cool. They were drone guys, so an odd bunch to begin with. Fair enough. Oh yeah, I never really thought about drone pilots being Air Force, but of course they are, right? They'd have to be. Oh, you were US Air Force. Oh well, hell yeah. Thanks for your service, mate. It's fucking awesome. Hell yeah. I wanted to... I did the Marine Cadets for a while, actually, in the UK. But it was always shaky ground if I was ever going to be able to join the... Because I wanted to join the Marines and or the Commando unit, but I ended up not pursuing it. And honestly, it's a good thing I didn't, because with the health conditions that it turns out I have, I probably wouldn't have... done all that well. And or been allowed. They are moving, right? Okay, they are. Good. I was like, they are really slow. But it's just because we got off the road. We've been very fortunate that we were able to travel along this massive asphalt road, which just makes it so much easier to move. Now we're up to movement difficulty 1, 1.2, 1.3. This little crook over here is going to be very comfortable, but it is not easy to get to. Ooh, excavation site. Cavern, ancient quarry. Silver ore rich. I wonder if we can found a little camp there without pissing off the Bara. Obviously, I don't care about pissing off Friendship's Creek, because they're not really that friendly, are they? Station with the Creek. Is it Creek? Air Force Base? Is that Nevada? Yeah, I'm assuming. It's not New Vegas. This Envy, Nevada. Yeah, probably. Me. Good job, me. Well done. Vulture's mood is plummeting. Not really much we can do about it, though. I mean, they have penoxysilene. They're healing. Everything's yellow now. I think we did have a couple of reds. So they are actually healing, so that's good. I was afraid they weren't going to heal enough on the road, but it seems like they're doing okay as far as that goes. How is Humps' health? That's fun to say. Alright, it's going okay. Doing alright. We had a chief tech assigned to us, and one of our squadron leaders, super cool. I was in his honor guard for his wedding. Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. Alright, let's give everyone back to doctor care. We don't want to be wasting herbal medicine. That's profit. We don't want to spend too much of our profit on people. It's pronounced Creech. K-Reach? So Creech? Ah, okay. Creech. Gotcha. Makes sense. But yeah, I never really thought about drones as like, you know, being part of the Air Force, but what else would they be, right? I guess I'm just in that old-fashioned, like, oh, it's a pilot in a cockpit in a plane in a single-engine plane with 2 wings, machine guns on the wing. All right, they're there. They've made it. All right. This is our This is a momentous occasion. This is the second colony that we are founding. Hopefully, it's not too close to these people and pisses them off. I think it will warn me if that's the case. Yeah, we moved from the first step. We've gone all the way over here. Took this journey, this small leg of our journey, took 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It's gonna take a while to get to the other side of the planet. This is a long journey we're on, but it's okay. We're gonna settle. We're going to get some food. We're gonna research survival meals, packaged survival meals. We're gonna do all of that in 30 days. Let's do it. It was cool. I fixed the stations that the pilots used to fly Predator and Reaper drones. Yeah, I imagine that'd be really cool. Okay, so when you settle, like everything is just placed on the floor. Alright. What is this? This is just a marble wall. Alright, well this will make a very nice storeroom. And this will make a very nice room. Like, this is our base. We've just discovered our base. We're going to build that into a place that we can live in. Alright, we have compacted machinery on this map. How much? Probably not much. It's literally like... maybe... yeah, it's just those 2 veins. We have 2 veins. 2 whole veins of compacted machinery. But then again, this isn't a mountainous area. This is a fertile area. Is it now? Fertile, is it? You could have fooled me. Alright. Well, that's fine, I suppose. I mean, it's pretty fertile. It's okay. It's alright. Best mates was a Lance Corporal in the RAF? Oh, hell yeah. Rotated back to the UK about a month before I got out. Still chat here and there. He just retired. Did 20 years. Wow. Oh, that's crazy. I always wondered what it's like to do that for, you know, for so long. And then just to kind of go back to, quote-unquote, like, civilian life or normal life, or however you put it, you know? I guess you're not always deployed, but still, you know, I imagine it's still quite the adjustment, I would assume. So we have an ancient danger here we have to be careful of because it's so exposed. Raiders could accidentally crack it open, and then we'll have to deal with the fallout. So let's turn this into our stock room, and we want to get that set up like immediately, pretty much, because we don't have much in the way of anything, honestly. We'll eventually deconstruct that. And then to start with, let's go ahead and just get a wooden structure like this. Like that. Alright, so I don't need to carry tables, is what I'm discovering, because there's just tables everywhere. Everywhere you go, someone left a table behind. So that's good. We're going to go ahead and deconstruct all of this, I think. Or do we just use it? Thinks he works for the Postal Service? Oh, that's not a bad idea, yeah. I mean, good benefits, right? Good pension and all that. Or at least back in the day. Alright, so getting a colony going off of the ground is always the hardest part. Yeah, let's get a stockpile zone just to get everything compiled in the same place. Let's get that going. Everyone should start moving things, like, basically immediately. Oh, let's also go ahead and get a Caravan hitching spots. Let's hitch them. Where's the fertile areas? Let's hitch them right there then. Or actually, let's hitch them here. We want them to be close to the base, I think. This can be our grow zone. Is the plan anyway. Humps is going to grab the ewes. Bartlett is grabbing the dromedary in Dutch. We're going to start moving things very slowly, one by one. Vulture is injured. I think maybe we should just get a bedroll down for Vulture right away. And just get them healing, actually. Hey, go ahead and do that, and then do this. And then you can rest. And then Vulture rested. But yeah, this is not too ugly of a room, so this will be a decent barracks to start with. We can deconstruct this sandstone stele, and maybe get the rest of the walls up over the next day or so. We probably want to get a stonecutter's bench going too if we can. What's Humps up to? He's cleaning. Could you, like, construct? No, that's Vulture's job. No one else constructs, huh? Bartlett, congratulations, you're our builder. Humps can construct. Why have you been constructing then? I honestly don't know why Humps has been building, but it seems to work. I guess just because you have so little to do. Yeah, get on it then. If all you're going to do is clean, you can build. Get building. Yeah, you can deconstruct, while Bartlett constructs. Let's keep that wall. And let's keep that wall. No sense in rebuilding it, right? You deconstruct these right now. Let's get our stools going, so we have a table to eat at. Hey, Vulture, let's make sure this is yours. Thank you. Humps is deconstructing, Monkey is reading, Vulture is resting, because they're going to not be that great at construction right now anyway. I just really want to make sure that they're fully healed. They're getting there. They're not bad. But I mean, their move speed is pretty slow. Although then again, they are doing alright. Maybe we can just... Let's let Vulture do some stuff. You know, let's make them feel useful. Alright, we've got a butcher's table. Gonna go in the stock room. We've got... we need to get all of our beds set up, like, basically right away. Not the awful one, though. That one can just stay there. Oh yeah, I should have sold that, shouldn't I? Maybe they weren't buying. Maybe they weren't buying our awful burned patchwork. But I can't imagine why. Why wouldn't they want to buy that from us? Yeah, definitely not going to be hauling around tables anymore, I don't think. It just does not seem to be worth it. There, this one has not been built. So please do. Hey Monkey, are you done reading? Yeah, you're done. I've decided. Haul. Yeah, okay, you know what? Oh, hold on. That's a... Deconstruct that. Build me a wooden door. You know? Just, like, put a door in. And then maybe another door. Like, right there. Might want to get in and out of this tomb that we've created. Can we get along, guys? Can we stop swearing at each other? Please? You got a long way to go, guys. Like, just chill. God's sake. they fought and then they rested. They immediately went to bed. Alright, work on that. Alright, I wish there were different like configurations. I could just be like, you know what, everybody's working all the time. Yeah, hold up. What the? A manhunter pack of tortoises. How many? 3? Ah, bloody perfect timing. Vulture, are you a good shot? Not really. You don't have anything equipped. I should have fixed that on the walk over here, but whatever. Just make sure we're set up to deal with manhunting tortoises, I suppose. Please tell me someone has the SMG equipped. I think somebody does. Bartlett does. Fantastic. We have a firing line? Alright, okay, they're tortoises. Yeah, come a little further. Come a little closer. Just like, you know, maybe realize that they're tortoises and therefore incredibly slow. Open fire? Open fire! Amazing. Good shot. So yeah, manhunting tortoises turns out not that scary. Are those fucking quails? Oh my god, they're quails. Art imitates life. We have a bunch of quails that come into our backyard. Okay, guys, come on. They're tortoises. You've got this, right? Come on. Can we take out the tortoises? Are we going to get attacked by a tortoise? Is this really happening? Okay, there we go. You guys did it. Amazing. Can we please get our beds figured out? I can't believe they're a quail in the game now. That's amazing. Yeah, are they tameable? I assume no. Trainability, none. The animal can learn to consider itself a member of your colony. Oh, this is new. I don't remember seeing this. Interesting. Unless that it has been there and I've just never looked at it. Bluebird, I assume, has the same quality, right? Tameness, yeah. So it can become tame. This Ibex doe can become tame. Interesting. If I go to wildlife and I go to something that is, in fact, trainable, like a mega sloth, and I look at its trainability, advanced. Available training. Oh, this is... Oh, that's nice. It shows you everything they can do ahead of time. That's... Wait, this animal will mine rock designated for mining. Megasloths just became even more my favorite animal in the game. I always love megasloths. They're impossible to kill. They're huge, they're woolly, they give you wool that you can turn into chairs. And... apparently now they can even mine. World's Best Colonist just got a little bit better. Work on the bedroll. Work on the bedroll. It's not rocket science, guys. If it's not down on the floor, put it down. Bartlett, congratulations. This is now yours. Get in it. Jesus Christ. Why is this so hard to do? Why won't they just sleep in it? Ah! Tend to Bartlett. I don't need anyone getting infected from a bruise. Monkey's actually sleeping. Good. Sam is... Where is Sam? Grabbing their bed. Good. We have a whole lot of pemmican out in the world. Wait, it's frozen? Really? I was not expecting that. Alright, work on the door. I want this to be an actual room. We really don't have enough wood here, huh? We have to go get it from there. Alright, let's install our little hoop game out front with the animals. So much food going to go to waste, but what can you do? Yeah, eat. There we go. Pemmican does not do that much, huh? Recreation? Look at how fast reading improves their recreation. It's fantastic. And that's even without a chair, you know? That's pretty damn good. Everyone's eating without a table because, like, nothing is getting done. But that's okay. It's the first days of a new colony. We got attacked by tortoises, you know? Like, what are you gonna do? I want a better stool for him. Actually, that's another thing we can do now that we have, like, a semi-permanent area. We can maybe get better stools and better bedrolls and shit. Expand the zone. Let's get a little more space in here. If we could finish the wall as well, that would be amazing. Can we chop down a couple of trees? Just like the ones in our house. Let's chop those down. Bartlett is already thinking. You'll have to see it. You know what? If you're going to be thinking, Bartlett, do that. Think comfortably. There we go. Hyperweave? Jeez, 2 man-hunting squirrels and an unknown threat. Oh, that's not far, is it? That's like a 4-day trek. Both ways, I would imagine. Alright, finally our stuff is no longer deteriorating. Love to see it. Things are still being hauled. We have another stool. We have another stool. We have a marble table. We can start installing these stools. I would apologize, but you should know better by now. Alright, we want to deconstruct this sarcophagus, because we're never going to need it, obviously. Alright, we want a dumping stockpile zone for rocks. So here's what I'm thinking with this building. It's just going to be eating room, little laboratory, and then a little... So recreation room, laboratory, workroom. That's the plan here. And get these chop stumps down. As far as living spaces, that's the next question, really, isn't it? Maybe we'll make this laboratory up here, actually. It's kind of the perfect size for it. We already have it framed out. Let's get a production. I want a stone cutter's table. I want it made of wood. Yeah. Let's get that in here. Actually, just put it there. It's perfect. Bad temperature, not in workshop. Bad temperature? What's the temperature in here? 6? I can fix that. I guess we have gone northwards, right? So the temperature is not as ideal as much of the time. Yeah, there we go. Wood wall. Small amount of heat. That should heat us up in here a little bit. Hopefully. Humps is deconstructing that, learning how to construct things. Level 3 construction. Awesome. That was steel too, huh? That's fantastic. Yeah, I love that we're storing the Molotov cocktails right next to the chem fuel. That seems like some grade A intelligence there, guys. Good job, everybody. Very, very glad that we're so smart. I see bright things in our future. Oh wait, that's fire. Alright, we want to haul those. We want to haul this as well. Get all of the rocks out of here. I don't know why you're feeding Sam. They can get their own damn food. They're the lazy git. Alright, speaking of food, let's get real food going, right? So here's what we're going to want to do. Let's get a little kitchen going. Let's do that here. Little kitchen. Maybe we make it one bigger, actually, because then what we can do is have the butcher's table and the butcher's table there and stove here. And we want a door, obviously, of the wooden variety. And then we also want wooden floor. Floors, wood floor. At least for now. Like that. Just so that we're not tracking dirt in there if we can avoid it. That would be ideal. Alright, stonecutter's desk. Let's start that process going too. Okay, so we have our little room area here. Let's see if we can't get a... What else do we need here? What am I thinking? I have a geothermal vent. That's useful. Alright, let's get some berries harvested. So, did I get a stockpile zone going? I don't think I have one yet. Let's just put it out here. For now. For rocks and the like. Still need to move that food in. Really don't want that to go off. We are slowly moving the rest of it in. Some of the... It is frozen, but it deteriorates quite fast outside. Hopefully we get it in soon. That flak jacket too, actually. That's valuable. Alright, if I stop giving construction orders, we'll move the rest in fairly quickly. Alright, we have a kitchen. It's getting warm in there. We want a vent then, pretty quick in here, I think. Let's get a vent going. We have the steel. We have the technology. Alright, there we go. Now it won't get super hot in there because of the stove. That's good to see. Make sure we're chopping down those extra areas. Now we can get back to our other food policy. Everyone on Everyday Eats, I think, right? Is what we want? Everyday Eats is... yeah. No nutrient paste. No pemmican. Yeah, that's good. That's what we want. Everyday Eats. What's your forced item? The tribal wear? So be it. Alright, we're getting to the last of the pemmican. Oh, we need a grow zone too, actually. Yeah, that's something we need, like, immediately. Show me the fertility of the area. Alright. So, first things first. Let's see here. We are in need of a nice big grow zone. I think maybe we do just go all in on potatoes, because they last for so long. But let's get some rice going, because we're going to want something to supplement the colony just for the time being. So that can be our rice. I think let's get the other half. So up to here. Here, we want this to... wait, no. We want this to be a new zone. You can deselect it. There we go. Let's just use the fertile soil, because otherwise we're just wasting time. Like that. This can be our potatoes. Fantastic. Corn, I don't see us being able to do, but what we could do is a little kind of patch, and by little I mean fairly sizable, because it takes so long to grow, of hay grass, heel root. And then we are going to want some hay grass as well. Animals are here. All right, we don't need to worry about them eating the hay grass then. What we can do instead... where do we want to put that? We could just do it kind of along this area right here. Give me these grow zones. These are going to be hay grass. Alright. There we go. That gives Hump something to do. We can take down all of that wood, which we shall use. Alright, so continuing on with the plan of getting this colony up and running. Let's get this room sorted out here. So this is going to be our research station. In fact, let's just go ahead and get it set up for exactly such things as these. Like that. A raid, the Sword Barbarians. 5 of them, and only one of them has a sword, frankly, and that's not even a sword, it's a knife. Frankly, I feel lied to. Alright, so let's see. A revolver, an SMG, 2 SMGs, and they're attacking immediately, are they? Alright, well there is a Mega Sloth, maybe we can use that to our advantage. Everybody. When it rains, it pours, huh? Alright, so Vulture. You're close. Wait, no, that's not even where... we've moved it already. Alright, Sam. Wear the flak jacket. Monkey, wear the flak jacket. Everyone else, get drafted. Get moving. Let's make sure we stay on 1. I don't want this shit speeding up suddenly. Alright. They are coming from that top corner. Alright. Let's see if we can't bring the buffalo into this. Actually, no, I don't think we want to do that. I don't think we want to do that. Monkey, get your ass up here. Vulture doesn't have a gun. Do we have a gun for you? We have a revolver. There's your bow. Go ahead and equip that. I worry about Humps in a fighting situation. Let's keep them towards the back. Alright, you have your bow. Get moving. So Monkey's just not going to shoot them, huh? Alright, good. Bartlett, get moving. Don't need you to be stabbed. Bartlett, get moving. I don't need you to be stabbed. Alright, and they're fleeing. Alright, great. Good job, everybody. That went well. We don't get any gear out of them, but that's okay. Because they were just punks anyway. Alright. Nothing worth keeping. We could try to get that person's machine pistol, but honestly, I'd rather everyone just get into bed and get taken care of. That's fine with me. Oh, and also, let's make sure that we have bed rest set to just a 2 priority on everybody. You did get a shot. Okay, why are you grabbing a simple meal when in reality you should be resting? All right, let's get a stockpile zone here. Let's call it food drop. Clear simple meal. And let's call it food drop. Fantastic. And let's also go ahead and get another stockpile zone here for make it critical and make it either potatoes or rice. Alright, Sam, you can now we can clear forced on you. Bartlett is healing. Monkey is eating and then healing. Humps is tending to Bartlett. No, I'd rather you do it, Vulture, to be honest. I know you're slightly bleeding, but you'll be fine. Taking a simple meal to inventory. Everyone needs a meal suddenly. Alright, so let's make sure this is closed in so that it is actually a little research room. Let's do something like that. So that it's not too small like last time. I think what we'll end up doing is deconstructing this, and we'll put a door... Actually, let's make this here our little workshop. So what we can do here is... So this can be our door into the colony, right, like right there, and or into the building. This can be our workshop. Do we want to make it one bigger than that? Yeah, let's make it like that. Let's put a door there, put a door there. Alright. Humps is tending everybody. That's great. Let's make sure you're tending with actual medicine, Humps, please. Otherwise you'll be there forever. Vulture could probably self-tend. I mean, it might even just be... Like, it might just heal itself. It's a pretty minimal wound. It's more of a graze than anything. Monkey's the one with the most grievous of a wound. Sam's cooking. You'll have to see it. We don't have a stool for Sam. Doesn't look like it. Monkey's still wearing that bloody... vest, even though I cleared forced, I thought. So you're tended to... You tend to Vulture like right now. Why are you waiting? Just do it. There we go. Now you can go grab it. Fantastic. Everyone should be largely good. I don't think we need to worry about penoxysilene for that. Oh, this is just dropping on the ground, is it? Okay. Take 2 food drop. And then... Priority normal, so let's just go ahead and create a new zone in the food area. Call it actually this is normal, and then this can be important. And just make sure it's only simple meals. Fantastic. We've done it. We've done it, ready. Alright, we didn't really get to plant anything because we got rudely interrupted. Really need to get this pemmican inside, and the berries, and the potatoes, because they are just deteriorating right now. Oh yeah, Humps never hauls. I forgot about that. Let's go to bed rest. Let's put it down to a 3, actually. These guys are all fine. If you don't need to be sleeping, don't. Instead, get our shit set up. How's that sound? We can get some wood, some stone cutting going. What do we have here? We have granite and lime, a lot of limestone. So let's do it with limestone. Does it have a different amount of work? 27? And granite is also 27, so it doesn't seem to matter. So let's just make granite then. Do until you have... Honestly, yeah, 200? Obviously not 2000. I think 200. We make 20 a turn, so that's 10 goes of it. I think that's fine. Anyone crafting, but not really crafting? Sam? Yeah, you're kind of cooking though. Vulture? Yeah, maybe. Humps can. How's that? Humps, if you've got nothing better to do, you can do this. Sound good to you? Sounds great to me. Fantastic. We'll get some rooms figured out here soon as well. All right, we have a laboratory. It's terrible, but it exists, and that's really a start, isn't it? Since you don't do anything else, go ahead and clean all the blood. Like, you really just don't do much of anything, so you get to clean. Temperature in here is 13, seems to be good. Pet animals seem to be doing fine. They're very comfortable down to -1, it turns out. Food is now frozen, so life is great as far as that's concerned. And there's a megasloth on our doorstep. That's a problem. Hopefully it doesn't go manslaughter mode, because if it does, that's the end of everything. Like, everyone dies. That's just it. There is no recovery from that. Alright, deconstruct that limestone door while you're at it. Alright, we have a little room. Let's go ahead and turn it into a workshop, I guess. Actually, let's do this, right? Yeah, let's do that, because then we can get 2 things. Monkey's gotten an infection. Really? From the shot? From the gunshot? Alright, monkey, you're on bed rest. Put that down, go to bed. And you are being tended, vulture. Go tend. Stop what you're doing right now and go tend them. Alright, immunity's somewhat keeping up to start with. You got a 60% tend. Immunity is overtaking it. Fantastic. Stay in bed. So one thing about infections that I didn't realize for a very long time, so I always call it out in case anyone doesn't know. You can check their... Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Immunity gain. Yeah, immunity gain speed. So their base value is 100%. If they're in bed, you get an extra 5% boost, and if they're resting, it's a 10% boost. So if they have an infection, whether it's like flu or like a blood infection or anything like that, put them to bed. Like, put their bed rest to 1 and let everyone feed them. It's like the most important thing, because if they just stay in bed, they get such a huge boost to their immunity gain. Just don't let them leave their bed, ever. Like, they're already nearly at 10%, which is fantastic. Alright, I think we need to start getting some rooms here for people. Isn't somebody ascetic, or is somebody jealous? I forgot. Okay, Vulture is ascetic, so they will literally sleep anywhere. In fact, they prefer it to be shit, which is objectively hilarious. Alright, so what we can do then is, we have this area here. We could just do something like, just some small rooms. What do we want to do? Right now it's kind of just like a little commune, and I kind of like that look. It's a little close as far as like fires go. But I mean, it's okay. Oh, someone died. They left Wake Up over here. That's terrible. They did leave a revolver though, so I mean, somebody can grab that. Those bloody pirates. Sword-wielding pirates that, in fact, were wielding no swords. Great, we got the gun. Love to see that. Are we out of food? No, we are. We have plenty of food, it's just over here. Okay, good. You love to see it. We are planting rice. And heel root. Even better. Need warm clothes. At least 2 of your colonists will lack warm clothes when the cold season comes. Which is basically now. Alright, well, we have wool. Does wool provide more protection? I hope it does. Alright, so as far as What would we need for that? Complex clothing? I don't even think we have that, do we? No. So complex clothing, I think, is... Wait, you don't even get... So where do you get parkas from, then? Cowboy hat, duster, face mask, hand tailor bench? So that's the hand tailor bench, which we can do eventually if we research this. I don't know if it's worth it, though. Alright, we finally are getting the last of our stuff in the stock room. Loving that. Barrett's fully healed. Good. Monkey's infection is coming along. 40% versus 24. So 40% immunity, 24% infection. They should be largely safe at this point, but I'm just going to keep them in bed. Like, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. So, what are we going to do about the temperature? You know, like, that's a problem. So is it tribal wear that just doesn't let them stay warm enough? Is that the problem? Minimum comfortable temperature is 1.7. Can I change... Alright, so here's a plan. Let's go to production. Crafting spot. Just put it there for now. Let's go to a bill. Let's make a tribal wear. Let's view it, but let's make it out of... wool. Alright, insulation against the cold is 14.3. Whereas cloth is 9.9. So it is actually better. If you make it out of wool, it is genuinely better for you. Interesting. Okay, so let's set that up then. Let's make tribal wear. Do until we have X. Do we really only have... Oh, I guess we're not counting equipped, are we? Okay, so only allowed ingredients, clear, wool. Cheap wool. We have 0. Do until you have count equipped. Okay, that's why 2 people are having the problem and not the other 2. So people with new the new tribal wear are actually doing great, whereas Monkey and Humps with the cloth tribal wear are going to freeze to death. Okay, so we can then, in that case, get a couple more sheep's wool. See, I told you these sheeps would come in handy. And I think that is Vulture's job, right? We've decided Vulture's going to be our crafter? Yeah. So let's just make sure until we have 5. And crafting skill of at least 3. I think that's what Vulture has, right? Yeah, crafting skill of 3. I think that works. And I want you to be crafting more than anything else, Vulture, to be honest. You can construct, but we need to get those clothes done, so do that. And I guess what I'll do is I'll make a cold weather. Clear everything. Oh, actually, it doesn't allow you to choose the... It doesn't allow you to choose the material. Okay. They're smart enough. They'll figure it out. Yep. Surely they'll be like, oh, I'm a little chilly. Maybe I'll wear this warmer one. We have Mega Sloth wool pants. I mean, that'll keep somebody warm. Or we could sell them. How much are they worth? Yeah, no, we're selling those. we could stop you from freezing to death. Or we could make money. Money's good. I like money. How is it in this room? Not bad. Medical treatment needed. Humps is doing it. Although I think I'd rather it be Vulture. Yeah, Vulture do it. 67%. Yes. Yes, please, and thank you. Alright, immunity's pretty good. We're looking at 53% immunity now. Infection's only at 35. So yeah, Monkey's going to be great. So I think our next goal then is to get everyone out of the common area and get some kind of sleeping arrangement figured out. What we could do is turn this into a common area, right? Have an eating area here, another door there, and then we could turn this into bedrooms. Maybe that's what we do. Yeah, let's do that. No one's making stone cutting yet. No one's doing that. I guess because Humps has plenty of crafting to do. I guess that makes sense. I can't be too mad at you for it. Let's harvest the heal root that's harvestable. Let's harvest the heal root that's harvestable. Did we finally get all our pemmican in? Not quite. It takes a while to deteriorate though. It deteriorates pretty slowly. So that's good. We still have a lot of it as well. Although, my god, we churned through it. What? We had 1,000 and then we started eating it and now we have 500. Yeah, we need packaged survival meals. They're just so much better. They're not even a competition, really. Good god. So we should probably bury these idiots because they're just going to make everyone sad. So yeah, let's get the graves going. Put them up here as a warning to others. And then let's get a dumping stockpile zone here. Clear everything, make it only for the corpses of our enemies. There we go. Go get him, Humps. No. You don't walk up there and then walk all the way back. Finish the job. Please. Fantastic. Oh yeah. Humps can't bury people because they're just useless. Vulture is crafting that. Oh, because the seat is not available. Okay. Interesting. I guess Humps has other things to do anyway. Why are you resting? You do not need to be resting, my dude. What? You're like... Oh, do you need asthma tending? Okay. Vulture will get to you momentarily. Fantastic. Alright, everything worked out in the end. How's Monkey doing? Alright, infection is actually fully healed. Look at that. Fantastic. So yeah, we ended up only ever got to 60% infection. And I think, so if we hadn't been resting, it would have been what, 75 to 100%, I think, in the end? Something like that. Maybe 70. She would have been out of commission longer as well, which would have sucked. Let's get those smashed stumps harvested. Let's get those chopped stumps harvested as well. Let's learn to speak English again, because apparently we need a refresher. And also, you know what? I think it's that time. It's looking a little cold in this room, but it's okay for now. This is our barracks, this is our workshop, this is our laboratory. Let's actually get, before I forget, let's get a wood floor in there. If he's going to be spending a lot of time in there, it might as well not be dirt, right? Because he is going to be spending, like, a lot of time in there. Wood floor, and then as far as lighting goes, where's... I can never remember where torches are. Is it furniture? It's furniture. I always think it's under power, because that's where all the other lights... Oh, I know, all the other lights are here too. I always assume they're under furniture. I always assume they're under power, and they're just not. What's the point of an outfit stand? Hold on. Save space and can be used to change clothes quickly. Oh, that's really nice. We might want to have some of those eventually. Oh, well, Monkey is up and about. Fantastic. Taking out the only piece of floor we have in there, turns out. You know what? Just leave it. Let's get rid of the other floor. Let's not make more work for ourselves. Look at that. The first extra sheep wool tribal wear. Hopefully Monkey or Humps will wear it. It's going to reach 4 degrees. Oh. That's plenty. I don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, that is going to have to do that for today, though, because the camel riders have been very successful. Alright. Second roost. In fact, if we get a chance to name this part, this settlement, we're going to be calling it Second Roost. Because that's a good name. I'm pretty pleased with that as far as names go. But yeah, so we're going to stay here for 30 days. I don't remember when did we arrive here. We've been here what, like 5 days so far? 4 days? It's been a very eventful 4 days. We've been attacked by turtles, people, life. But pretty good so far. I'm pretty pleased with this. It's giving us time to research what we need. We will have packaged survival meals before we continue our trek across the globe. And that's really what we need. We need more food. We need more food. And really we just need more food. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you with that, I think. Yeah, it's going very well. I'm very pleased with this. So far, so good. I've been very much enjoying this playthrough. I hope you have been too. If you want to catch up on the extras, they're all going up on the VOD channel. If you're watching this on the VOD channel, thank you. I appreciate you. If you have any tips or tricks you want to provide, I am more than happy to hear those. And I hope you're enjoying this challenge. It's very different. It's very difficult, but I'm having a very good time with it.